Hi everyone, welcome back to Samantha's Japanese Kitchen. Today we are going to make gyoza dumplings. They are so popular at Peko Peko and most people don't make their own and most people can't cook them, so today we're going to give it a go. I also played tennis this morning, so I'm pretty tired, and that's why I'm wearing my bioresonance device again to help me with my regeneration and energy levels. So let's get started with our dumplings. So our main ingredient today is our chicken. I've bought organic chicken and the thighs, and I've put it in my Thermomix and made my own mince. And into that, I'm just going to add some sake. I'm going to pop a glove on because I'm going to have to do it with my hands. I've got a tablespoon of sake here, Japanese cooking sake. I'm going to put that in the chicken and then I'm going to knead it. So it becomes really sticky. So you can see by kneading the chicken, it gets all sort of lovely and sticky. Some people do this, throw it down to get that more and more tender, but I think kneading is enough. And the sake, by putting the sake in, we get rid of that real chickeny smell. Knead it for about a minute or two. Now let's set this aside and chop some veggies. There we go. So, I've already done most of the cabbage, as you can see. If you have a food processor, by all means do it in the food processor. But if not, we'll do it by hand. There's my knife, there it is. Okay. So we want to have it really fine, so it doesn't actually poke out of the dumplings. If you're wondering how fine, do it finer than you think. This is about 500 grams of cabbage, which is double the amount of meat you need. So 250 grams of chicken, 500 grams of cabbage. Next, we've got our spring onions. These spring onions actually from our garden. They've been growing for about 4 years. So finely chop the spring onions, and we need about a cup. We also need these spring onions to be fine enough so that they don't poke out of the gyoza. And you'll see what I mean actually when we make the gyoza. The finer the better, and it won't poke out the sides and won't have to stick it back in. So the finer the better. And by all means, use your food processor if you have one. We can just pop that in with the cabbage. Next, we have a knob of ginger, and we want to also cut that nice and finely, taking off the skin first. So this is a bit more than a knob of ginger, but I love ginger. So it's just good for a bit of extra flavour. Into our bowl of veggies. Okay. Garlic. Some recipes call for a clove or two of garlic. I like extra cloves. So to give it extra flavour, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 cloves of garlic here. But you can put in what you like. If you like more garlic, put more in, less garlic, put less in. Totally up to you. Into our bowl of veggies goes the garlic. Now I have a secret ingredient that I love to give it some extra umami, and that is my shiitake mushrooms. Normally what people do is they soak their shiitake mushrooms in water, then chop them up and put them in the gyoza. But today I'm just going to whiz it in a blixer into a powdered form and throw that in. It's going to give so much umami. There we go. Umami secret. We've got all our ingredients ready now. We're just going to mix it all up together. In with our chicken, all of our veggies. So we'll just pile that in there. To this, we're going to add a tablespoon of soy sauce, a tablespoon of sesame oil, teaspoon of sugar. I've got Rapadura sugar today. Not that white sugar. Nice Rapadura sugar or coconut sugar. And some salt and pepper. I've got some really good rock salt. And lately I've been really getting into white pepper. So I've got white pepper in here today. And now we need to mix. So I'll just grab my glove. And again, we just mix it with our hand until it's all sticking together, and we can then make our dumplings. But we just have to massage this and mix it all the way through. So you don't have to use chicken. I've used organic chicken today. You can use pork. You can also use vegetarian options. But if you're going to do a vegetarian option, you need to add a little bit of potato starch to the veggies to help them stick together. You can also use prawn, fish, any combination you like. But if you have the veggies correct, the cabbage, the spring onion, garlic, ginger, and those ingredients, you should be fine. And to this, you can also add carrots, you can add anything that you like. Just play around with it and get your own version of the gyoza. All right, we're almost done, but sorry, I forgot umami. I'll just pop that in there. Mix it through. There we go. It's all nice and sticky now, and we'll be able, with that, we'll be able to make our gyoza dumplings, and all the inside of the gyoza dumpling will stick nicely together, ready to be steamed. This is the gyoza wrapper. You can get this from your Asian store. Not all Asian stores have them, but have a look in your bigger Asian store in the frozen section. They normally come in packs of 50 and they have gyoza. And they look like this. Okay, very thin sheets like that. You can make your own, but it's a real headache, but you can give it a go if you like. So, we'll start making our gyoza. So this is the gyoza wrapper. What we need to do is have a little bowl of water, and with our finger we just wet one side of the wrapper. That's going to be able to stick to the other side. So just wet one side there. Teaspoon, the teaspoon, just put about a teaspoon in the middle of your gyoza. Not too much, otherwise it will just spurt out the sides. We bring them together with our finger. Just press it down slightly. We're going to pinch the end together, and with the other side, this side, we're going to make a pleat and stick it to the side closest to me. And there you have it. Flat on that side and pleated on that side. It may take a couple of turns to get used to it, but once you get it down pat, you're fine. And look, this is a really good thing to do with the kids. A really good activity to do in the kitchen. So let me show you again. Wetting half of the gyoza piece, about a teaspoon of filling. You'll get to know how much is too much. Not that much. Pat it down with your finger, squeeze the end together, and then this side away from you is pleated. So with that finger we push it in, a pleat, stick it to the side closest to me. Pleat, stick, and there you go. Your first couple might look like a pasty, but hang in there, you'll get the hang of it. We've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I still have that much to go. I should be able to make 50 with this. You can, if you don't eat them on the night, don't have them just sitting in the fridge. If you have them left over, make sure you freeze them, and then you can easily cook them from frozen. We've got enough now to fill up our fry pan. We're cooking them from fresh, and we've made them fresh, but if you can't be bothered making them fresh, there are some good quality ones in the supermarket, and I'll show you now how to cook them properly. So I've popped a little bit of oil in the pan. You can use a neutral oil like grapeseed or something else that doesn't have much flavour. Sometimes I use a bit of olive oil, it's fine, but neutral flavour oil is probably better. Let's just wait for it to heat up. So we have the round side and the flat side. The flat side needs to go down in the pan first. So placing all our gyoza, non-stick pan please, otherwise they will stick. What we're trying to do is brown the bottom. We brown the bottom nice and crunchy, then we're going to steam them until all the water's evaporated, and then we'll get back to the crunchy brown bottom and the lovely steamed top. I'm just going to turn the heat down a little, and I'm going to add about half a cup of water to the fry pan and pop a lid on and let them steam. So while my gyoza are steaming, I'm just going to make a really easy sauce. So it's just some soy sauce, maybe, I don't know, a tablespoon or two. And then in that, we just pop maybe a teaspoon of rice wine vinegar. And that's it. If you want to add some chili sauce or some chopped chili or anything else, go ahead and do it. But that's just the basic sauce that most gyoza places use. There we are. When most of the water is gone, we take the lid off and just let it steam away for another couple of minutes until it's completely evaporated. So at this point, the water's almost completely evaporated. Last but not least, we're just going to sprinkle sesame oil over the top. Now to serve them, you want to have, turn that around, the crunchy part facing upwards, like that. Okay, so that should do on my plate. Put our little dipping sauce there, and voila, our gyoza dumplings. Itadakimasu. Dipping in our little sauce. Oishii. There you have it, homemade gyoza. And please include your friends and family in the making of your gyoza at home. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Samantha's Japanese Kitchen, and also join me on Clubhouse, Samantha Bodical at High Vibration. See you there.